So today we'll be drawing an ellipse using the concentric circle method. Our ellipse is said to have a major axis of 120 millimeters and the minor axis of 80 millimeters. So I've already drawn the major axis, which is, of course, remember the horizontal line of 180 millimeters. So with your pencil and your ruler, of course, you have to draw this right now. With your pencil and ruler, you draw a line of 120 millimeters, and of course you name the edges, you name them point A and B. Similarly, we have to draw a corresponding minor axis. Of course, remember our minor axis is said to be 80 millimeters. So having drawn that, the next thing we have to do is to draw a circle, concentric circle. All right, so your ruler or your pencil on point O, these are point O where the major and the minor axis intersect. We have to draw a minor axis, a circle from the minor axis diameter. Of course, you see that circle has a diameter of 80 millimeters. And then the next thing, we have to also draw a circle having a diameter of 120 millimeters. All right, there we go. Okay, so next you have to extend this. Just extend it to the circumference of the major axis, that's the circumference of the bigger circle. Of course, you name your point C and point D. Alright, next we have to divide this circle, this concentric circle, into 12 equal parts. I'm certain you can remember how to divide circle into 12 equal parts. So you can see I've actually bisected the circumference of this smaller circle into 12 equal parts. Of course, next I'm to draw radiating lines from each of the points across. So I'm sure you remember how to bisect the circle into 12 equal parts. Okay, having done that, you have to extend it onto the outer circumference of the circle. Okay, we have to continue with this all through the point that you used to bisect the circumference of the small circle, and of course you radiate them all onto the outer circumference of the circle. Alright, so you can see we've actually named our points along all the circumference of the circle that we bisected into 12 equal parts. So you can see I've named this 1, that's the outer circle. I've named point 1 and 1 dash, where the arc we used to intersect the circle. The internal circle intersected the inner circle. So we name it point 1, 1 dash, 2, 2 dash, 3, 3 dash, and so on and so forth. So next, alright, so next we have to draw horizontal lines and vertical lines. Alright, so we are starting from point 1. So on point 1, first of all, we have to draw a vertical line from where the radiating line intersects the circumference of the bigger circle. We have to draw a vertical line, and correspondingly we have to draw a horizontal line from point 1 dash. It should intersect. You can see it should intersect the other circle or touch the other circle at an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, so we have to do that correspondingly onto the other side. We have to also draw a horizontal line from this point. Make sure it's horizontal and parallel to line AB. Very important. make sure it's horizontal and parallel to line AB. This one as well should be vertical and parallel to line CD. All right, we have to continue on to point 4. Also, we have to draw a vertical line here and as well a horizontal line. That's from point 4. Then on point 4 dash, a horizontal line. Right, so where they intersect is where we generate our point. All right, so you should notice that the lines are dropping from point 1, it drops down, and then from point 1 dash it cuts across. From point 2 the line drops down, from point 2 dash it cuts across. Don't forget that it keeps you in order and of course keeps us in line with what we are doing. All right, so where this line from 1 and 1 dash meets, we'll call it point P1. So we'll call it point P1. Right, so I'll just develop that and place it in point P1. Important that you always name your point as well. Where this line 2 dash and 2 meet, we'll call it point P2. We'll move over to the other side, keep doing that along this. And also for point P7, we have to also draw horizontal line from point 7 dash horizontal, and we draw a corresponding vertical line. Remember, I told you these lines must be vertical and they must be vertical and horizontal. All right, so where they meet, we call them, that will be our point P7. All right, we continue like that. For this one, it goes in just as point P7, a vertical line from point line 8, and also a correspondingly horizontal line from 8 dash to meet that. All right, so you ensure it's 90 degree and it's hitting. On 9 and 9, we are not to draw anything there, but from point 10, the same thing, a horizontal line and a vertical line to intersect that, a perpendicular line to intersect that. All right, so we have to name all the points. All right, so it's now sitting quite nicely. So we name all the points P1, P2, we have a P4, P5, P7, where 7 dash, the horizontal line from 7 dash cuts the vertical line from point 7, is called P7. Similarly, from 8 dash, horizontal line, then from 8 vertical line, where the lines intersect or meet, is called P8. All right, we proceed P10, P11, and that's that. The next thing we have to do is to draw our curve, because these points are the points that are used to generate our ellipse. Remember, an ellipse is a conical section. All right, so we have to generate our ellipse using your French curve to draw a smooth line through all the points. Make sure your line is smooth and it goes round the curve. All right, so with your French curve, you have to produce a smooth curve passing through this point. From that point A, point P1, P2, touching point 3 dash, P4, P5, points B or 6, P7. So your French curve will help you do this beautifully. Make sure you have your French curves with you. Me, I have my ellipse tool, and you'll see you have a perfect smooth curve passing through those points accurately. The points are your generations of the points are the generations of your ellipse. They are the point that generates your ellipse. So you can see here that you have a perfect ellipse. Remember, an ellipse is a conic curve. Is generated from cones. All right, that will be the end of the lesson. Thank you so much. Bye bye.